Hello there everybody, how's it going and how have you been? Welcome back to SpaceChem. In the last episode we finished off the boss of Sikutar, the frozen wasteland of a planet, and found ourselves transferred to here, Hephaestus 4, a volcanic hellish wasteland of a planet. As you can see, we've got ourselves two options between research and production. I'm going to go ahead and do research, and really quick, we have a new page of story. I started to record this episode only to have the heater in the room kick on because I forgot to turn it off, and it made a whole bunch of noise, and I decided, you know what, I didn't get that far, I'll just start things over. So, you didn't miss much. I only recorded for about 4 minutes, but as you can basically see, the difficult part with this level is that we've only got 2 bonders with which to make methane. So, what I believe I did, I just spammed this undo button until everything was clear. But, I moved the bonders like so, so that the carbon shows up on top of one. I would really like it, honestly, if could do things a little bit more efficiently than I had it set up last time. Actually, you know what? I think I can. I think I just got hit by an idea. Okay, so let's put a red sink here right away. I'd like blue to go here. You're going to call in a carbon and wait. Red. I want you to call in a hydrogen. Actually, I need to scoot blue back just the tiniest bit, just so that he doesn't run ahead while red's trying to attach the first hydrogen atom. Just, actually, I want you to drop it first. Go on the hydrogen to the carbon. Hit a sink to start blue back up, and then just come back up here. Now, blue is going to grab the molecule by the hydrogen, move, rotate, I think, yeah, I think that's the right way. It's gonna look a little bit weird. I want you to do that. This will restart red and have him wait in position for red to attach the second hydrogen. And same deal, spin it again. And the sinks, because it's this rotate command kind of makes things a little awkward. I don't think I have room. I think I might have run myself out of room. So that will be... You know, let's watch it really quick and see what happens. So, blue's waiting. and attaches, drops and attaches the hydrogen, which is what I want him to do, because if he bonds it first, he's going to try and move the thing, which is not good when blue's holding onto it. And yeah, so blue would have to like rotate. He has to stop on this tile, and the only way to get to this tile is to move north out of here, which means there's not enough room. Okay, is there any way I can kind of slide this whole thing over and have blue push the carbon into position? Maybe? Let's start by just moving the whole assembly and the bonders to match. I know red's track is broken, but I'm going to design blues really fast. No. No. There's no space for blue to move the carbon and rotate the whole thing. Let's see, if I have him grab it by the carbon atom and just sink on top of this thing, I could only really hit it twice. Once going up and down, once going side to side. But this feels like a good answer, does it not? Having one Waldo do a simple job to line up with the other Waldo's more complex job. Is there... just hit undo to put everything back. Is there a way to maybe have red move the atoms? Like have him slide it over. Maybe? Alright, so blue would have to go towards this tile. He grabs the hydrogen. Oop, I deleted the grab command, silly me. He grabs the hydrogen now. Spins it and puts it back into place. I can't really do that because I'd like to hit this tile twice and then this tile twice once enough hydrogens have been attached, Ooh, okay. This might be the first research level that's going to make me do a time-lapse, so... I think I'll just go back and do the method I did on the failed recording. I'll just piece it together then. It won't be as elegant as I'm trying to make this one, but it should work, so... See you guys in just a minute. Okay guys, I'm back. Definitely a lot less elegant than the repetitive solution I was trying to put together, but just couldn't seem to get to work. I'm just gonna go ahead and hit speed 1 so you can see how it's working. Basically, red calls in the first hydrogen, calls in the carbon, bonds the two and pulls the carbon up so that he can then use the other bonder to attach the second hydrogen. The whole thing is flipped so that blue can kind of do the same thing. Although for blue, because red has to leave the CH2 down here, he just leaves the third hydrogen, brings what red assembled up to connect to it, and then has to follow this kind of long roundabout path to avoid getting caught on his own track and bumping into the CH3. But just like that, he attaches the fourth hydrogen and starts carrying the methane around to the output while red does his work again. So, not really thrilled that I couldn't get the fancy solution to work, but this one does, so let's just go ahead and hit speed 4 to get through it. Kind of make up for all the time I spent. We are off to Sacre Bleu. I apologize for my terrible French accent. I'm sorry, but that is a very amusing face. I'm not entirely sure why. It just kind of makes me chuckle looking at it. So here's your story, silly face and all, and off we go. Okay, we have hydrogen cyanide and methane, and we gotta make hydrogen gas and, oh, it's that thing again. Acetonitrile, I think is how you're supposed to pronounce it. Yeah, acetonitrile. There we go. So basically we're swapping this hydrogen for this CN pair. That's a lot easier than the other level. Actually, I want to pull this up, this pair of bonders up one more. Let's see, so yeah, here we are. Alright, so these guys will hit right, actually, because they're going to be perfectly synced, I only need one bond command. Now, red, you keep going to the right. Blue, you turn up with your now loose hydrogen atom. You will attach it to the loose hydrogen atom that red left behind. Drop it into the output and send it out. Look back around. Red has to go a little bit out of the way so as to not crash into blue and his hydrogen. Then connect your CN pair to the CH3. Bring it down, put it down, send it out, and then just to make sure that they restart things back in sync, one single pair right back around at the beginning of the loop just to make blue wait for red to catch up, just because he's got a little bit more ground to cover. And this should work. Yep, works beautifully. Alright, actually, you know what, looking at this level, a little fun fact about it, it was my faint memory of this particular level, I believe, that actually inspired the custom level I put together to use as the background to my outro. So, there you go, kind of a similar idea, just the two Waldos flawlessly, well, almost flawlessly if it weren't for Red's longer path, but you get the drift. Just working together, not getting in each other's way. Alright, speed forward just to skip ahead. Again, trying to make up for the time I lost on that first research level. The plot thickens, and story page at a glance certainly wouldn't do that, or wouldn't guess that. Alright, oh, okay, I guess we are being introduced to a new concept. Big outputs. So you won't really see these in production levels. They're only really going to be found in research levels, I believe. And as you can see, we have to make a 6 tall molecule, which wouldn't fit in your standard output size. So omega has been removed and psi now covers the entire side. Now, while it says N right there, which I believe would just reference the fact that it could be a chain of any length, I'm pretty sure you do have to build a 6-layer tall polyethylene molecule to get the solution to accept it. I'm pretty sure if you do like 5 or 7 or 8, it will spit it out. And the trick to this level is to come up with a design that can repeat, and pretty much you want to use the sensor to act as the checkpoint. So you want to position it relative to where you are putting the polyethylene molecule together, so that basically it will register once the molecule has reached the right size and tell whichever Waldo asks for the check to go ahead and send it out. So, actually, I'm not sure if I can do it this way. I think I have to build it around the carbon. So let's have red call in a hydrogen, put it down, loop around, maybe go ahead and call in the carbon while he's up here. Grab the next hydrogen. Let's scoot this out of the way so he's not creating more hydrogen than he needs per loop. Connect the 3 items together. And I'd like him to drop it here and hit a sync command to let blue know that he has built 1 layer of the polyethylene molecule. And it's dawning on me that I can't use 3 bonders here because I need 2 bonders to connect the layers of the polyethylene molecule. So I'm going to go ahead and do that really quick and then give red a really fast redesign. Okay, what if instead... Red calls the hydrogen. Bonds it. Actually calls in the carbon. Bonds them. Pulls it over so that there's space here. Then you go down and around, call in your second hydrogen, connect it to the other side. Quick little transfer so that he's holding onto a better spot. And delete the spare arrow. Put the drop and sync command right there, but move this arrow down so he starts over in the correct spot. Alright, there we go. I am having him switch from the left hydrogen to the carbon just so that he doesn't have to push it so far over and start getting in the way of the polyethylene, just to put the next layer down in a spot where blue can pick it up. Alright, sync. You will grab the layer, try to bond it to whatever's here, if anything. Put it down after pushing everything up a layer, which means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, I want the sensor right there. And now let's do the check here. If the sensor detects a carbon, which it will because it's right in the middle where I'm putting the layers together, blue will divert from his path just to hit the output command. And with the sensor all the way up here, it should only react once he's put 6 layers together. So let's go ahead and see. So red looks like he's going to build the layers of the polyethylene just fine. Yep. If I let him still hold on to the left hydrogen, then the right hydrogen would be sticking out here in the output and would eventually crash into the forming polyethylene chain as he tries to avoid his own track to put it down in a spot where blue can pick it up. And yeah, it is single bonds between the layers. The cool thing about just using only a single sync pair instead of having like red turn off while blue runs around is that red actually gets a head start on the next layer while blue is busy doing his work. So you see that it puts the layers together alright, and it's connecting the layers alright. I just hope that it reacts at 6 like I'm thinking it will. And sure enough it does. Awesome. So there we go. We will be seeing these kinds of research levels every so often in the future, if my memory serves, where we have a big output and we basically need to kind of have the Waldos running 2 independent loops. One guy putting the layers of the big molecule together, the other guy just connecting them and checking to see if it's big enough yet. We may have another one on this planet. Pretty sure there's going to be a couple on the planets to come, though. But let's just go ahead and hit speed 4, because I am starting to approach my maximum time window. We have one more research level. I'm going to go ahead and take a look at it, at least. Oh, there you go. Free story page to kind of make up for the fact that that first level kind of slowed me down a bit. Oh! Oh, this level's gonna be easy. I can knock it out really quick. If I use the sensor gate that I showed off on Alkanost, and a modification of which I showed off on Sikutar. Though actually it's dawning on me that I can't do that because there's no way to have a sensor register if there's nothing. So... oh wait, I know. Alright, Red, you make a check. If there is a hydrogen over here, then you are holding onto a full-sized gas molecule. And you will just go ahead and carry it over and chuck it out. If it is not, I want you to go down here, and just to give blue something to do, go ahead and drop it, turn blue on, come back around, blue. When red tells you there is a loose hydrogen, you will pick it up, try to bond it to anything, put it down. If you successfully bonded two hydrogen atoms together, there will be one here for you to pick up. And all you have to do is just pull it over a little bit, lift it into the output zone in a spot where red will never have to worry about crashing into it, and go back around. And there we go, this should work. So completed hydrogen, red carries over. Completed hydrogen, red carries over. Completed hydrogen, red carries over. Come on, give me a loose atom. There we go. Yep, so he drops it, lets blue take care of it. And another loose one, he drops it. He has to wait a little bit, but blue catches up pretty quickly. And yeah, there we go. Yeah, that one was easy. For a level called Danger Zone, I was expecting something a lot more intimidating. But no, this one wasn't that hard at all. Okay. And... oh. Okay, the fact that this did not unlock is telling me that this is probably the boss level. And it will not unlock until I complete this production level, which requires us to complete this production level. But we're not going to be doing that until the next episode. So, thank you all so much for watching. That was our first foray into the volcanic world of Hephaestus 4. Cleared out all the research levels, with the very first one giving me a little bit of trouble. If you guys enjoyed, go ahead and am I messing up my outro again? Okay, let me try it again from the beginning. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all had a great time, and I hope you all had a great day. I will see you all in the next episode, and farewell for now. There we go.